Welcome back to action from Cape Town and the Killarney International Raceway. The penultimate round of the Extreme Festival hitting the mother city. And now we move on to the Global Touring Cars and the GTC Super Cup. In GTC Super Cup Masters, Nick Davidson is the man who leads things out, but he's going to be pushed hard this weekend with the return of Ian Pepper, Roy Campos, and debuting here in Cape Town, Rachard Ritz for Team Perfect Circle. Let's get his thoughts on this series.
Hey, I'm loving every second, just the whole vibe. Even last night, it was like the old days. It's like I've gone back in time, just falling asleep with a mind, thinking about qualifying, towing, where I'm making mistakes, where I can make up time. And it's like I've never been away, loving it.
It's great to have Reggie back. He's certainly enjoying himself so far, but a man not loving life at the moment is Brad Limburg in the GTCs.
We've had a few mechanical issues. Yesterday we broke inlet valve spring on the head of the engine, and unfortunately that kept us out for the remainder of Friday. I only managed to do 7 laps in practice 1, but the team's at work, as you can see behind me. We're busy changing the engine, and hopefully we can get off for race 1. There's not much time left, but we are pushing, but let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get a result for this weekend.
That'll be important to do, and you of course also looking for a chance to be up there too. Julian van der Walt is always quick at his home circuit, and look out for Mandela Nakani to make improvements in the Gazoo Racing Toyota Corolla. Corolla's at the front end with Robert Volk, and Leighton Free will take the front end of the GTC Super Cup, and they both get themselves the Dunlop Pole Position Awards. Great to have the crowds on the circuit and getting a chance to get up close and personal with their favourite drivers. In fact, some of the V8 drivers coming out there and doing some high fives with some of the GTC drivers. Great to see support amongst the categories racing here this weekend. Starting grid is Volk, ahead of Variawa, Michael van Rooyen and Julian van der Walt, Rackstraw and Mandela Nakani, making up the 6 drivers there for Global Touring Cars. As they head down the back straight away, it's GTC Super Cup into turn 2, Leighton Free and Jeff Kruger on the front row, the championship contenders. Keegan Campos makes a welcome return ahead of Jonathan Mahotsi, Daniel Rowe and Donnie van Niekerk. And then look out for Paul Luthi, all the way from Scotland, Tata Carrello, JP van der Walt, and as I said, Campos and Pepper are back in the house, ahead of Roberto and David Franco, rookies to the series. 10 laps of race action heading down towards turn 1 now. Looks like Volk might have the advantage and just trying to hang on. Saud Variawa's got to take 2 victories here if he wants to stay in contention for the potential number 1 plate for 2023. That's what he wants here, and he's going to fight hard with Robert Volk. But Volk is so good at every single circuit he's been at, and he's got the advantage down into turn 2. He's got 3 Gazoo Racing Corollas hunting him down along with his teammate. Oh, and out of shape into turn 1. The championship contenders have got out of shape there. I think it was Leighton Free forcing Jeff Kruger wide, and that's opened up the door to 4 drivers. Kruger's back on track in the background, but Leighton Free forced his teammate off the circuit completely. The 2 of them coming together, and that's how things go in the Super Cup class. They go out of turn 2. It is Keegan Campos who leads out. Mahotzi's in second, and right on their tail looks like that is Donnie van Niekerk making his way up. What a start there from the Cape Town man. He's up into 3rd place. That's not where he expected to be, particularly with the 2 championship rivals so much in contention at the front end. Speaking of the front end, this is GTC's, and yet again, Variawa out of shape. Oh, is that Franco? Yes, Franco completely out of shape there, and that's lots of action on track, and this is only lap number 1. Let's have a look at it from Keegan Campos' point of view. There's Leighton Free forcing a maneuver, yes, and definitely sliding out of turn 1. Campos saw that coming, just waited for them to slide out of his way, and the 2 cars from Team Red Racing both going a little bit off, and fortunately Leighton Free managed to hang on to the inside line, but Jeff Kruger got forced unceremoniously off the circuit. He'll probably not happy about that, but the championship is up for grabs. Look in the background, there comes Kruger. He's got some work to do now, and you can see Pepper and Campos fighting at the back end. Nice little fight there for the Masters side of things, and remember the Masters Championship is in the hands of Nick Davidson. With the retirement of Andre Besaidnout and Keegan Master stepping up in his seat, but he's on international duties in the Porsche Cup Italy, which means Reggie Roots is back in a front-wheel drive car for the first time in 14 years. And we heard from him just before the race how happy he was. Let's see how happy these boys are heading to completing another lap. Volk leads out. It's Variawa and Van Rooyen with Van der Walt, Rackstraw and Ndakani at the back. We're going to change up there. I think we might have. No, it's still Variawa in second. I thought Michael Van Rooyen might have just squeezed through there, but Van Rooyen hangs on at this stage for 3rd. Coming up on some of the back markers, that was David Franco who got out of shape. We saw him sliding in the first part of this race, and the 2 rookies there in GTC Super Cup just getting to grips with those cars for the first time. Roberto and David having a fantastic debut run here at their home circuit. Great to have them joining this category right in the closing stages of 2022. Just learning a couple of the circuits and looking forward to 2023. But now in the way of the GTC steam train. Here they come. Down this little short straightaway. That is the straight into Malmesbury. Hopefully the back marker. Oh, out of shape here. This is not going to be good. Ian Pepper trying to avoid his teammate. Yes, a little tag there between Campos and Pepper. And it looks like Pepper just had nowhere to go. He managed to stay on track though. He looks in the rearview mirror. He's lost a little bit of ground though, but he's not too worried about that. He's going to be looking in the background, and that's Campos watching to try and get back on circuit. So Roy Campos just sliding into that corner, getting out of shape, and Pepper tried to avoid him. Didn't quite work out. There's Richard Ritz. He's now moved up into what is top 5. First time out in a front-wheel drive in 14 years, and he's into the top 5. Shows you the prowess of that man. It's Keegan Campos from Mahotsi. Top 2 on track at the moment, and Leighton Free looking for 3rd. Trying to squeeze through there and get ahead of Donnie Vernickak. We're on board with Vernickak. Car Care Clinic and Titan Stuntsman doing a superb job here, but can he keep out the man who is leading this championship and looking to try and get up as high as possible? A little bit of smoke coming out of the back end there of Leighton Free's car. He now goes for a push to pass. He's on the inside line, trying to get... Oh, no, he's not. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, this is going to be a hard one here. The man from Cape Town, Donnie Vernickak, certainly knows his way around the circuit, knows exactly where to place the car. But Leighton Free leads this championship for a reason, and he's not found a way through there yet on the Titan Stunts and Car Care Clinic machine of Vernickak. He wants that podium. It'll be his first podium ever. Oh, big problems. Oh, that is a huge one. That looks like it is Campos. Yes, Roy Campos has come together with Stefan Schneider's coming out of Malmesbury. And I wonder if there's going to be a safety car. Yeah, safety car has been deployed. Robert Volk now is going to have to concertina that GTC field up. You can see a couple of the GTC Super Cup cars are also going to be involved in the restart here. Schneider's is okay. You can see him standing on the sideline, but he's not happy about the fact that he's come together there with Campos and is out, potentially, of this race, and maybe out of the second one too. Here's the restart as they head down towards turn 1. Volk going defensive. Variawa attacking almost instantaneously, trying to go around the outside of Robert Volk. He'll have the inside line for turn 2 if he can keep that outside line, but the Gazoo Racing Corolla has not quite got the drive he wanted. Volk leads out once again as they head towards turn 2. Van Rooyen in 3rd place. Van der Walt is there in 4th, looking for a chance into 3rd place as they come up towards turn 2. And then it's Rackstraw fending off Ndukani as he has done so far all race long. The 6 cars now getting away in the background. Looks like it is Keegan Campos. He managed to hang on to the GTC Super Cup start, and the restart has helped out Jeff Kruger big time. He's now all over the back end of Daniel Rowe. He's going to try and get up as high as possibly into that top 10 and still maintain some good championship points because of what happened earlier on between himself and his teammate. There, the man in 4th place, Leighton Free. Express Hire and Team Red Racing Machine looking for a way to dive past. Speaking of looking for a way past, Variawa has tried every part of this track. I think he's covered almost every single inch of the circuit, trying to find a way through there on Robert Volk as they head to the start line again. Variawa going to try and find a way through, but it's not easy with Robert Volk defending and keeping that car out front and taking the victory in race number 1. So he hangs on for race 1's victory there, ahead of Variawa and Van Rooyen. Van der Walt there in 4th. Here comes Leighton Free around the outside, possibly for 3rd. Campos will get the victory. The flag will be out for Keegan Campos. He gets it. And a welcome return there to the newly crowned Father of the Year, Keegan Campos. He heads down and completely locks up the brakes. He manages to take the victory though. No worries at all there for him. And he wins out over a hard charge there from this whole pack of Super Cup competitors. Mahotsi was the 2nd place car, ahead of Leighton Free and Donnie Vernickak, with Reggie Roots making the Masters and the top 5 overall. Volk ahead of Variawa, Van Rooyen, Van der Walt and Rackstraw, your top 5 in GTCs. Let's catch up now with Roy and find out what went wrong.
I made a mistake 2nd or 3rd lap, and as I was spinning backwards, I connected Ian Pepper. Then I recovered from that, and then I was catching Stefan through turn 4 in Malmesbury corner, and as he began to lose it, I clipped him. So, disaster. But Keegan won anyway, so I'm very happy.
Jeff Kruger had some problems in turn 1. Let's find out what they were.
Fortunately, Leighton and I both tried really hard to get the edge into turn 1. Unfortunately, I came off 2nd best, but there was nothing intentional. We both just pushed really hard, and then unfortunately I got stuck in the sand. I managed to get Daniel right on the line for 6th place, which means I'll start for pole for race 2. So yeah, happy for that, and hopefully we can just keep our nose clean in this heat and get some good points for the championship.
Van Rooyen in 3rd place for GTCs.
Nothing we could do. We had to put in a spare engine on Thursday evening. But now the roles are a little bit reversed. I'm starting in front of the 2 fast guys now for the 2nd race. So hopefully I can get a better result.
Fantastic to have Dunlop so heavily involved in motorsport. Let's catch up now with Luben Ozo from Dunlop Motorsport.
All right, motorsport is exciting. You know, we've been actually involved in motorsport in South Africa for some time. And it's something we really want to drive. You know, we feel Dunlop's got such a heritage in motorsport for so many years, And, in South Africa, motorsport has gone through some tough stages. So, we are really sticking to it. We're really getting involved in every area possible. And it's really exciting. And I think there's so much talent coming up. And we really want to get behind that talent and really support, future drivers and the current enthusiasts really taking advantage of it.
If it works on the racetrack, it normally works on the road. Great to see them getting involved there. Graham Nathan had a busy weekend. He was helping out a couple of cars to get them back and ready for race number 2. And hopefully they've got the Hype Energy car and Team Red Racing's Brad Liebenberg GTI back on track as well. JP van der Walt, he's always a man to watch out for in that mid-pack, particularly amongst the Masters category drivers. And we're looking forward to a great battle with the man he spent a lot of time fighting with on the hill in Knysna. This is Brad Liebenberg's point of view, so the Hype car is on track, and here comes Team Red Racing's Brad Liebenberg alongside Robert Volk heading towards turn 1. And he squeezed up the inside there. The two Gazoo Racing Corollas are literally wing mirror to wing mirror. And Van Rooyen is trying to use the advantage to stay ahead of Variawa and Volk. It's what he needs to do if he wants an outside chance of this championship. There's still a bit of a chance there and a mathematical one for him. He's got to get through on Rackstraw. Rackstraw goes defensive into turn number 2 and keeps out the Rustenburg Rocket, who goes round his outside. It's Brad Liebenberg. Look at that, already into the mix there for the Team Red Racing GTI team. And then the mid-pack here on the back end of the field, Stefan Schneider's is back, so is Campos. Well, Schneider's is back for about one corner, and he's already off circuit. So Stefan Schneider's having an absolute nightmare here in Cape Town. Front end though, Jeff Kruger side by side. Oh, we got a spinner in the background. His car's going sideways. Oh, it's big problems there. Is that Richard Ritz? Yes, it is. Team Perfect Circle car moving to the sideline onto the grass. You can see a little bit of an issue there. No problems for Leighton Fourie, who leads things out. His teammate is side by side with Richard Ritz's teammate, Daniel Rowe. Daniel Rowe having a fantastic start to this one. Let's have a look at this from Keegan Campos' point of view, heading towards turn 2. He's got Leighton Fourie just ahead of him. Donnie van Niekerk is alongside that. Look, it's 3 by 3 on the outside. That was Machotsi. And then Daniel Rowe getting up close and personal with Jeff Kruger. That allows Leighton Fourie through up into the lead. And then you see the two of them heading down towards Dam's corner. Oh, as I said, Stefan Schneider's had an absolute nightmare here this weekend in Cape Town. He spun out again. Campos into second place now. Donnie van Niekerk with some big pressure from the Sonex car there of Machotsi. Jeff Kruger's just behind that as they head towards the main straightaway once again. Push to pass mechanism being used there by Keegan Campos to get away from Donnie van Niekerk in third. What a run here from Donnie van Niekerk. He's had a fantastic day in the saddle here in his home circuit in Cape Town. As they head down towards that very fast corner, you can see as they come onto the braking markers, it's Machotsi looking for a chance to get ahead of Jeff Kruger. Jeff Kruger has to go defensive, can't quite keep out the Sonex car as they go through turn 1. And he's got Daniel Rowe tucked in behind, waiting to pick up any pieces that could happen there. Yellow flags here into turn 2, so no overtaking from the drivers. That's due to the fact we've got Richard Ritz on the outside of the circuit. Here comes his teammate from Team Perfect Circle, looking to find a way through there on the Team Red Racing car. Another car on the inside there was Stefan Schneider's. So there's 2 cars retired on the inside of turn 2. Leighton Fourie getting away for the GTC Super Cup ahead now of Keegan Campos, race 1 winner. Donnie van Niekerk with Machotsi, Jeff Kruger and Rowe. Those 4 all looking to pounce. Behind that, you can see a great start from Tato Corella. Much better start there from Tato. He's ahead of JP van der Walt. And you see the third of those Team Red Racing machines of Van der Walt, the Platinum Wheels car. He's having a fantastic run, trying to close the gap down now on the Corella Auto machine of Tato. Back to the front of Global Touring Cars. And is there a change up for the lead? Van der Walt was looking to try and hang on to it. He's been known as the king of the inverted grids. But this time out, Ndukani keeps him out for now. No, it's not. It's Variawa. Variawa's got through. Ndukani dropped back. Variawa's found a way through there somehow and has brought along the ride for Michael van Rooyen. So those 2 cars from Gazoo Racing have moved up into first and second. Oh, massive moment on the main straightaway. Donnie van Niekerk coming together there, I think, with Machotsi, the Titan Stunts and Car Care car, coming together there with Jonathan Machotsi and the Sonex car, and those 2 cars are now stricken on the inside, just on the opposite side of the pit exit. Red flag. That's kind of what we expected. This is Machotsi's point of view. You can see Donnie comes across on him, and the 2 of them tag. Donnie hits the wall, and he sends Machotsi flying into the grass, and then Machotsi just avoids the Porsche wall. I don't know who came across on who there. Jonathan Machotsi went to try and avoid the Titan Stunts and Car Care Clinic car. A race incident, I would have to say, between the 2 of them, but there's definitely some issues there on the Titan Stunts car. Let's have a look at this from Donnie's point of view. There he sees, he tries to collect it. There's the bonnet up and slams into the wall, ending up on the sideline. Restart, here we go, down towards turn 1. It's Michael van Rooyen fighting hard to get ahead of Ndukani. They've had to reshuffle that grid, and Ndukani back onto the front row. They went 1 lap back there. It's Gazoo Racing 1, 2 and 3. Ndukani leads out Variawa and van Rooyen. And as they tuck in behind that, is that Robert Volk in 4th place? Yes, it is. Van der Walt has gone missing by the looks of things. I don't see the Ford. Or is that Robert Volk that I don't see? One of the 2 cars has gone missing there from the InvestChem team. It is Leighton Fourie who leads out for Super Cup ahead of Campos. Jeff Kruger capitalising on that restart up to third ahead of Daniel Rowe. A couple of guys running wide in the background. This is Campos' point of view as they go into turn 2. He loses out to Leighton Fourie, who just squeezes him out and takes the lead of the race. So race 1 winner looking for a double here this weekend. Leighton Fourie needs a victory to stay ahead of this championship and ahead of Jeff Kruger in the championship, who's right on his tail. Kruger with a bit of battle scars there. He was caught up in that fracas between Machotsi and Donnie Finnick. Fortunately for Nico, okay, we just got confirmation on that. So he'll be ready to play, I'm sure, at the next round at Swartkops, the final round of this championship, going down to the wire in both GDCs and in the Super Cup class. Paul Luthi, his teammate, is doing a superb job there to run up into the top 6 and side by side with Daniel Rowe. The man from Scotland is having a fantastic run there in the Fleetline car. Now as they go into braking markers for turn 5, Cape Town corner, also known as Fastron. The fast man out there is Campos. Can he hang on to the lead? Yes, he can. For now, he's got Leighton Fourie tucked in behind him and side by side yet again there with his teammate, Jeff Kruger. There are no team orders in Team Red Racing other than to take each other out, and they nearly did that in race 1. Kruger now moves up. Kruger looking to get a little bit of slipstream there from Campos. Will he be able to go around the outside into turn 1? We'll have to wait and see. Back to the front of Global Touring Cars, and yes, Ndakani and Rackstraw going at it. Nice little fight there between the two of them. Hanging on to the back end of the GDC's class, and of course you can see Davidson in the background just circulating to make sure he gets as many of those championship points for the Masters side of this title. Variawa, this is where the possibilities of a change up in the championship could happen. JP van der Walt has had a problem. The Platinum Wheels and Wheelie.co.za car spun out at turn 1. Checkered flag is out and coming to the line. There is a great run to the line there from Sawad Variawa. That is going to keep him in the hunt for the championship. Back to GDC Super Cup and the top 4 heading towards the final corner. Fastron and Cape Town locking up with the brakes there from Jeff Kruger to keep out Danielson from Team Red Racing and Team Perfect Circle. They're going at it for 3rd and 4th place. Campos is going to hang on for a double victory here today. Leighton Fourie is going to get 2nd. He's going to hang on to the lead of the championship and just stay ahead of Jeff Kruger on the road and in the championship. And combined part 1 and part 2 of race 2, Variawa takes it from Volk and Ndakani and Rackstraw ahead of Van Rooyen. Leighton Fourie just pips Keegan Campos and Jeff Kruger ahead of Rowe and Luthi, who takes the Masters. Let's catch up now with Saad Variawa.
I managed to pull through and I managed to get a bit of a gap on the start, and yeah, I'm really happy. It's my first ever GDC win. Couldn't have been better than this.
And a very happy man down in GDC Super Cup as well, Keegan Campos.
At the rate this weekend's gone, I should have used my daughter a long time ago. Obviously, I'm over the moon. My first race weekend, with my 5-week-old baby, it couldn't be more picturesque perfect. I'm ecstatic, and like I said, I should have done this years ago. Thank you guys for everything. It's been a fantastic weekend for me and my family.
The championship standings have got Michael van Rooyen with a mathematical chance to catch Variawa and Volk in the GDCs. In GDC Super Cup, it's a race on between Leighton Fourie and his teammate Jeff Kruger for the final round at Swartkops. Look at that. There is your top 3 in GDC. Sawad Variawa takes his first victory. Campos takes the victory in the Super Cup, and Luthi takes the Masters as we head to Swartkops for the final round of Extreme Festival on the 15th of October. We'll see you there. All this Extreme Festival action is proudly brought to you by Comcare Medical Scheme, Dunlop Tires, Ferodo, the #1 in brakes, and InvestSpin.